Hello. Okay, so this is not my normal camping. As you can see, I'm in, what would you call this? Shea grommet. So I don't know if any of you noticed, but myself and Robin tend to call the truck and the trailer Wallace and Grommet. And for a lot of you UK people, you'll know what that's in reference to. And I had 2 weeks off. I was farting around for a couple of days, and I decided that I had to get out of the city. So I didn't really know what to do. So I loaded up the trailer, loaded up the truck. I'm geared up for trailer camping, tent camping, just about anything. So I'm heading north. I'm in a place called Nahatlatch right now. It's one of my favorite places because it's fairly close to Vancouver. And when I say close, I mean 2 hours close. Generally, this time of year, 2 hours, you're getting out there and there's not going to be too many yahoos out bothering you. And yeah, so I'm staying here tonight. And in the morning, I'll have a bit of brekkie, depending on when I wake up. I mean, I've got a few wobbly pops here, so God knows when I'm going to get up. But yeah, so this is Grommet. Now I'm going to give you the tour. Door. These windows are pretty cool. So blinds, screen, or just a bare window. It's actually pretty slick. It's a slick setup. These new camp guys have built a good camper. Just let me put my wobbly pop down. Okay, so forgive the way I've thrown my clothes in there, but Robin doesn't like the cold, so I had to do that on my own, and I think that is a success. I mean, well, I separated it, it's gone. Usually I just throw it in one pile. I'll be honest, Robin is the brains of our operation. She does more for me than I deserve. And I constantly, oh my God, I don't have anything in here. Okay, this is going to be the beer shelf. This is going to be beer. It isn't yet. Another window. And again, another window. This is a great one. That's my Garmin InReach. But this is like, it goes way up there. And this one also has the screen. But the great thing about this one, this can open all the way out. And you could get out this if you want. But when you're lying, I'm just going to do this for you. So when you're lying like this, you can actually look up at the stars. Now the lights are on, so obviously the reflection is going to block it. But yeah, so this is the TAG new camper, two-person camper. There's a kitchen in the rear behind all those shelves, and I mean, this was tailor-made for us. It's small, it'll follow the track of the truck, so I can get it into the areas that I normally go. It's only 13-14 feet long, so it takes up no space. It weighs 1,200 pounds, a bit heavier when you put your stuff in it. So you can actually move it by hand. I took this out of the underground today by hand, not a problem. And you can move it by hand just with the wheel down and push it into any little cubby hole you want. It's a perfect camper, and it's well built. Now, granted, it is I think it's about -10 outside down. And Nahatlatch is fairly humid, so the -10 feels a lot colder. -10 up in the Caribou is comfortable. -10 here in the Nahatlatch is, you got to be careful because it can zap you. But I don't know if you can hear it. I've got the generator going, and the reason I have the generator going is life support. So that's a 1500 watt electric heater. It heats this thing up fantastic. Propane heaters don't really work in the wintertime with trailers because propane, you're getting condensation. And the great thing about that little electric heater, it dries everything out like you wouldn't believe. So, you know, you leave it running, you heat everything up, you get in the sleeping bag, you shut the thing off, and in the morning you start everything up again and you'll be nice and toasty. I got smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, cup holders, fire extinguishers. Got that fantastic fan, and it is a fantastic fan. Now, as you can see here, the air conditioner used to be there, but myself and Robin, when we took a trail from Van Havenby in British Columbia across the mountains into the Shuswap, the screws that were holding the air conditioner down snapped, so the air conditioner popped out. Now, New Camp, obviously they make these trailers and they're for people who frequent Arizona and desert areas like that, so obviously the air conditioning down there would be needed. Up here, I might use it one day a year, maybe. So I took the air conditioner out. I'm going to leave it out. I'll keep it so in case I sell this in the future, I'll put it back in if the people want it. But what I want to do, I'm going to make extra storage, and that's going to be where the heater sits. So the storage will be behind it, the heater will sit there. And in Canada, we need a heater more than we need air conditioning. I don't go camping in the summertime. There's too many people out in the summertime, so I prefer to work and let people enjoy their summer without me out there running around. And shoulder seasons and winter, that's when you'll find me out here. And I am actually really impressed with how well that little 1500 watt heater heats this trailer. It's a small space, so that's good. I think you'd be good to 40 below with that. Now granted, you can only run the heater when you're running the generator, and gas is expensive, but I've got a Honda 3000, which is overkill for this trailer, because this trailer, the 1500 watt heater, you can run it off a 2000 watt generator. But the reason I went with the 3000 watt, the 3000 generator, was because it weighs 136 pounds. Now, a lot of people say that's a negative, but the great thing about 136 pounds, it's hard to steal. So that's the only reason I went with the 3000, because it was heavy, and surprisingly, the 3000 is the quietest of the Honda line. Not by much, but it, 1 or 2 decibels or something. But it was quiet enough in that with the weight, I'm like, yeah, what the hell, I'll get it. So I got the 3000 out there. I chain it on whenever I have it outside the truck. I'll show you that in the morning. It's a great generator. Another great thing about this generator, I've got a remote. So now later on tonight, when I'm ready to hit the sack, I'll shut the generator off from here. I don't have to get out. And in the morning I can actually just hit it and start it again and fire up the heater. So this is the best way to heat the trailer I've found for me. If you're living in a trailer full time, I'd say you're going to go with one of these diesel heaters that's vented to the outside. That's what I would do. It'd be cheaper, it'll give you a better heat, and it'll give you a dry heat, just like the electric heater. But for temporary trailerers like myself and Beans or Robin, this works for us. A few gallons of gas will keep me warm and toasty as long as I want to be out in winter. Now what I'm going to do, so I'm leaving here now in the morning and I'm heading up to Sheraton Lake. It's one of my favorites. There's a really good guy up there that we rent his cabin from time to time, and the winter time is kind of hard for Robin because she doesn't like the cold. I seem to thrive in it, so minus 30, minus 40, bring it on. It doesn't bother me. So I'm going to go up, I'm going to drop the trailer at this guy, and I can't praise this guy enough. I mean, it's really nice of him to he's let me set my tent up there. I use the Jervin bag up there in the winter. He's a really good guy. I'm not going to say his name though, because I don't want people chasing him down. Hey, help me out. But I'll go up there, I'll drop the trailer, and then I think I'm going to do little excursions from there. We'll see. I brought my hot tent, my stove. I brought the Polish Lavu. What else did I bring? I guess that's it for the tent. I meant to bring the swag tent from Kodiak. I couldn't find it. Robin says she knows where it is. I think she's a witch. She hides things on me. So I'll do the swag tent another time. If you haven't looked at these Kodiak swag tents, initially I laughed at them because the swag tent with the cushion and everything that's in it's 19 pounds, and I'm like, oh my god, why would anyone make a 19-pound one-man tent? But the thing rocks in the wintertime, with some exceptions. You have to know what you're doing, but it rocks. If you match the Kodiak swag tent up with a tarp, it's a great winter shelter for one guy, minus the pad that comes with it. Anyway, I'll get into that when I review that swag tent. But for now, I am just going to be drinking McEwen's Scotch Ale. I'm kind of a stout and porter guy. I've got some Miller there as well, but that's just, it's Miller. Anyway, yeah, so, I guess I should show you these. So the trailer's got these lights, so if you hold it on, you get the white, but if you, if you do that, you get the blue light. Yeah, so I guess you could rock it out to the blue or whatever if you want, but yeah, all LED lights. Yeah, if you haven't had a chance to take a look at these trailers, you should. The big selling point for this trailer was it fits in our underground. I think I posted some pictures. We don't have to deal with storage, so it was a, I would have liked the 320. It's called the Tab. That's an actual trailer you get in, you stand up in. Excuse me, hiccups again. Yeah, a trailer you stand up in and everything, and kitchen, bathroom in it if you want it and all that. But that wouldn't fit in our underground. Wouldn't even be close. But this thing fits in the underground. I can hook up and I'm gone within seconds. You're going to see a lot more of this trailer being used. And the great thing about this trailer is the ground clearance. It's got 235 tires on it on 15 rims. and of all the trailers, you notice the ground clearance on this trailer. So I can get this thing in the places that this trailer shouldn't be. So that's a big bonus. And it's great for Robin. She loves it. She feels more secure with solid walls around her. Although I haven't told her a bear will go through this like nothing. We'll keep that our little secret. Oh yeah, I guess I should show you. So it's got the entertainment center, DVD player, radio, Bluetooth. You can plug in the USB. You can run the computer into it, and then it's got that little TV. And let me see if I can give her a flick on for you. May as well show you the whole thing. Yeah, I thought I was done with the remotes, so it's got the 2 remotes. I'm not like I said, I don't. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yep, so you can play DVDs, any computer files. Yeah. This isn't camping. I mean, honestly, this isn't camping. But I guess it's nice. It's nice every now and then. I'm not going to complain. We've been fairly fortunate to pick this up. Okay. Yep. So, and this is where I put the remotes and stuff. Yeah. So, oh, I don't know if you guys haven't seen these, you should check them out. These are called Lucy lights. They're blow-up lights. So that's the low setting. That's the high setting. And that's the flash. But these things are great, and they're solar powered. So you throw them out in the sun, and they say they fully charge in a full day of good sun. I have found that it generally takes about 2 days. Oh, you can check the charge on this. So this one's got 3 lights. You can see that. So you press that button, it tells you the charge. So this one's fully charged. Now I'll show you how much light it throws. So I'm going to turn off the overhead lights. I mean, that's one Lucy light. And that actually lights everything up. Like, you can see everything just with one Lucy light. And these are not expensive. I think we paid $11 or something for these. And they're independent of any power. So get a Lucy light, throw them in your backpack. You'll always notice me with a backpack, or my boat has one of these deflated and it's hanging off just charging. It's a great piece of kit, especially when you consider you're only paying $10-11 for these things. Now granted, Robin found these, so again, she's the brains of the operation, so she knows more about them than I do, but I'm impressed with them. And you'll see them everywhere. They're in the truck, they're in the back of the truck, they're in the trailer, they're in the house, they're everywhere. They're in storage. They're so cheap, there's no reason not to get them. Yeah, so again, here we are. And yeah, so I'll let you go, and you'll be seeing some video and pictures from me for the next few days. I'm really getting into this YouTube thing. I'm enjoying the process. It's a lot of fun, and there's some amazing people out there doing some great video that every time I see their video, I'm like, yeah, okay, I got to get out and do another one. You guys rock, all of you. Anyway, I hope you're having fun, and stick around. It's going to be a fun trip. Bye. Okay. It is the morning. To show you around. Trailer, got the Jenny going. She's heated up. and it is cold. It's -10, -11. I don't know how long the camera is going to last. It seems to be struggling, but I have to go get some water. And I have to remember where I put my kettle. Yeah. I put the kettle in something. What did I put it in? Okay. There's the truck. Okay. It's not in that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, my glass knob's missing. Let's see if we can find this. It's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, I was talking to, or texting with Gareth and Zoe, and apparently Zoe doesn't like this, or Gareth doesn't. Somebody doesn't like it. I love it. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Spam. People fry it. That is bizarre. Okay. I seem to have lost my glass knob. And that sucks. Okay, so I'm off to the well. Down this way. Yeah, it is definitely a cool morning. Okay. I will try get some water. Okay, I put the video on wide just to get more in. Maybe you'll get me falling in the river. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. Okay. back again. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, what a beautiful morning. And once I get my coffee going, it'll be even a better morning. Whew. Yeah, I've been coming up to this campground for years, actually. Well over 10. It's just a great place. It's got everything you need. Some of the sites are a bit more rustic than others, but you bring your own stuff. Anyway, I have to open the kitchen. So, let me show you the kitchen. Okay, here we go. This is the kitchen. We have fire. Yes. So, the kitchen. We do a microwave. You can only use that when the generator is running. We do have a little fridge. So here's the little fridge. It's an or cold. You can have the fridge right there, the freezer right there. This thing works wonders. Simple controls, simple setup. Turn it on for you. There you go. But obviously we don't need it now. I suppose I'm in. Now we got a sink. I'm going to actually take the sink out. I'm going to put a bigger stove in there. We don't use the sink, and the space that will save under the sink. Let me show you. We'll save some storage space under the sink. We'll just take out all that stuff. We can do without it because we can actually just get by with a separate pan. Yeah, turn on a little lighty poo. That lights up everything. Yeah, that's about it for the kitchen. I'll show you the camper with the kitchen up. So, yeah, that's the kitchen. Oh, it's got a 12-volt plug over here, which is nice. I would have liked speakers, a speaker there or something, but we've got one of those Bose satellite speakers, so that's fine. Oh, this is the battery compartment, propane, battery off switch. I'm going to replace that oval round thing, and we're going to get one a case, big steel case. I'm having a hard time talking this morning. Man. Anyway, is what it is. It's my lovely generator. All our glory. Yeah. Well, that's a Magna barbecue. I've had it for years, haven't actually used it, but it's going to be perfect for the trailer. I just got to figure out where I'm going to put it and how I'm going to mount it. Well, got me Nokians on with me studs in it that time of year. Great tire. I like them. Some people say they don't look off-roady. I don't care, because they do a wonderful job off-roady. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Put these away so I don't lose them. That's a good boil. Okay. I don't know any of you if you've seen this, but it's a GSI espresso maker. Oh, we got a thermometer. And it's dead. Okay, I got the batteries for that. Anyway, I'm going to show you how I do this. Okay, you just, oh shoot. You put water in, you take your little filter cup, and I usually do about halfway. Makes a good strong cup of coffee. You don't need to pack it down or anything. In fact, they tell you not to do that because you don't want too much pressure building up. That's enough. And you don't need to use espresso grind. You don't even need to use expensive coffee. Tim Hortons, you can't go wrong with. But then again, I might be partial. Now, I'm going to move you over here Hopefully you can see this. I have to make sure. Put that right there. Okay. So again, I'll get me trusty Zippo. And the neat thing with this, you don't want high heat. You want it low and slow as you can. And just heat up my titanium a little bit. And there you go. Yeah, you know, generally the Zippo lighters aren't very good, but in the wintertime, butane and everything, you're taking your chances. You definitely need to all sorts of icky stuff on the thing. Keep them on you to try and make them work. But if you carry a Zippo with a little bottle of lighter fluid, at least then you can always just, you know, do the Zippo thing and you got fire. So I always have a Zippo on me somewhere. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so the water reservoir heats up, and then as the steam comes up, it pushes the water up through the pipe in the bottom because the steam is forcing it up, and it'll go through the grounds and come up the pipe, and there we have coffee. Yeah, look at that. Black Gold Texas tea. Now, at some point it'll start splattering, so I'm just going to put the cover on it just to keep it from splattering all over the fancy dancy camper. It takes a trained eye to spot when it's going to splatter. See? Trained eye. And actually, after one or two, you'll figure it out. And that is coffee. Yeah. Coffee, good. Oh, warning sign, if you smell propane. Oh. Okay, I'll have to bring some treats out. So Robin, she made me these, they call them Aussie bites. Don't know if you can see that. It's like a little, what would you call it? Clump of quinoa and other stuff, dates. I'm sure there's nuts or something in it. And they're splendid frozen. Doing this wrong way. Should hold a chunk of ice with my left hand. Just took some pictures down by the river. You get some interesting ice buildups underneath all the logs and the rocks and everything. Oh, I tell you, coffee is the best. I could give up a lot. Couldn't give up my morning coffee. I know they say it's force of habit. And I just can't get going without a good cup of coffee in the morning. Oh. We'll be getting on the road soon. That's the great thing about the trailer. There's not really much to break down, but the hardest thing for me now is getting that bloody generator back in the truck. Again, I got it because it was 136 pounds. It's hard to steal, and whoever can steal that and get away from me, they can have it. If I can't catch you running down the road with that, good riddance. Oh. Yeah, it seems like you put red paint on anything and then stamp Honda on it, and that's just an invitation for it to grow legs and walk away on you. I've heard so many stories about guys losing their Honda gear. There was one guy, he works in Vancouver, naturally in Vancouver, and he was up a pole working on the line, and he was using an electric drill, or an electric tool of some sort, and he had the 2,000 watt Honda sort of briefcase style generator down at the bottom of the pole, and then his drill stopped working, and he looked down. Finally, he looked up the road, and here was a guy running off with his generator. Very opportunistic, smart criminals in Vancouver. I mean, he looked at him, the guy was geared up, he was up the pole, there was no way he was getting down quickly, there was no one else around him. So yeah, took his generator while he was using it. Man, oh man. A working guy, you know, just putting his day in, and some degenerate Yep. C'est la vie. Oh, coffee, good. Oh, now I'm warm. Yeah. I'm not using the lavalier mic now, so hopefully you're picking everything up. The neat thing is, this is not really cold. I'm expecting up in the Caribbean, we're probably going to get down to the -20. There's apparently an Arctic front pushing down, and yeah, so it'll be nice and cool. Oh. Yeah, Robin would have frozen to death for sure. See if we can fire up the generator again. Yep. See, you gotta love that. Just be able to start it, stop it whenever you want. Oh, geez, I forgot that was there. Huh. Yeah, most of you recognize this. It's an MSR Pocket Rocket 2. So I bought the Pocket Rocket, and of course to save some weight. Not that my pack is ultralight by any means, but I try to save as much as I can where I can. Bought the Pocket Rocket, and with the titanium pot and pan, the flame was just way too concentrated. Way too concentrated. Actually, let's... Yes. Okay, so the Pocket Rocket with the titanium pans, the flame is way too concentrated for making stews or soups. Everything burns in the center. And I ended up going back and I bought the Snow Peak Giga Power stove, little thing. And it's got a bigger flame, like wider, so it covers more of the bottom. So I generally don't get the burning so concentrated in the center. There's less burning, but it's spread out over a wider range. So it's good for my needs. And the one thing the Pocket Rocket does great is boil water. If you want water boiled fast, get the Pocket Rocket. If that's all you're doing is boiling water, can't go wrong. But for versatility, the Snow Peak Giga Power stove, it's It's the same price, $50–$60 range, but it hands down the best LPG stove. Yeah, I've used it. Thing's just fantastic. I'll actually have to do a little demonstration with it, because I figured out a life hack with it, I guess you would call it. One of those things I noticed that just by chance, total fluke. And I'll let you in on that secret later, if I can get it running in the cold. Oh. You know, I'm probably going to have to put my bib pants on. That's enough of me yammering on for now. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I think this might work. So we're on our way. We're on our way from misery to happiness today.